Before we begin today's episode, we wanted to announce that we have officially launched our Patreon, where you can find exclusive content, engage with North Coast, and get access to perks like recordings from live shows, freestyle tips and tricks, and Patreon-only episodes. Whoa, you're getting access. For top-tier patrons, we'll even have pre-order links for live events and virtual freestyle lessons. Sign me up. So visit patreon.com/North Coast Podcast and help your favorite hip-hop improv team thrive.
Welcome, everyone, to the North Coast Podcast. This is our home show edition, where we interview people from the hip-hop and comedy community. First, a round of introductions of the team. My name is RJ.
I'm Luke.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ralph, a.k.a. Precious Gorgeous.
I'm Dr. Brick.
And we have a very special guest here today from Free Dabs, Isaac Knox.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
Hi. What's going on? So we're just doing a brief check-in before we get into the show. How's your day been? How's life?
You know what? It's been a good day. It was a travel day, but instead of being exhausting, it was exciting because I've been missing New York City so much. So I feel great. I feel rejuvenated.
Did you fly this morning?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
His bags are over there.
Yeah.
A bunch of bags.
I thought he was coming from the gym or just had like cool guy bags. I don't know.
Cool bag.
Cool guy back.
I'm gonna be selling merch to all of you after this.
Nice.
You know those cool guys that walk around with those big black bags all the time.
And
I wonder what's in that guy's bag.
Cool guy bag.
Oh, there goes another one. Cool guy.
Cool guy. Oh, that guy has no backs. Nerd.
I wanted to ask Isaac, when you battle, do you just battle as Isaac Knox, or do you have like a...
Yeah, I battle as Isaac Knox. So Isaac Knox is not my real name.
I was wondering that. I was wondering.
Yeah, so that
Knox
is the stage
is quite
name.
a last name.
Yeah. No, my real name's Isaac Fulch.
Wow.
Where did Knox come from?
There's a long explanation, but I wanted to have
the short one?
So the short, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna eat up the whole time, but so just the shortest version and of like a 10-minute explanation is the word Knox has a very like small seeming definition. It just means a round-topped hill. But one of the reasons that spoke to me is it's round-topped, not a flat top, so there is a peak to aspire to, but it's round and not pointed, so there's room for more than just me. And that's sort of how I want
really
it.
like that.
Wow.
That's some
That's
deep
great.
shit, dude.
That's
Yeah.
Can you say that one more time, because I feel like that was very deep, and I just want to be able to hear that one more time.
Knox means a round-topped hill. See, it's round and not a flat top, so there is a peak to aspire to.
Yeah.
But it's round and not pointed, so there's room for more than just me.
Love it.
Damn.
Bringing up others with you on that hill. I love it.
Way
Nice.
Wow. That's awesome.
But also I just wanted there to be like some separation while still keeping the first name Isaac, which means laughter, and I like it. But yeah, just wanted to have a bit of real me and a bit of like a stage me that also reminds me to be like humble and inclusive.
That's awesome.
I love that.
That's so cool.
Dr. Brick, what's your put the polish that Isaac put on his on yours?
So your real first name's Doctor, but what did Brick's
My real name is Michael Crisol, the government name. Yes, but no, Dr. Brick. It was just like a stupid thing. I was like, so my favorite. Anybody play Borderlands, the video game here? Yeah. So there's a character in there. His name is Brick. There's no special reason to loving him. He's just a big guy. He goes, rah, and that's a special move. So I like the name Brick, and I was like, I wanted, when I was signing up for the 2016 American Beatbox Championships, I was like, I wanted Brick to be in there, but I didn't want it to be one syllable. For some reason, I wanted it to be at least two. So then I just stuck a doctor in front of it, and I was like, I'll change it later. And it's been 6 years, and I haven't changed it.
Wow.
So that's
it
literally
works.
it.
and it sounds great and it fits. Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
There's a
fits.
lot of room for everybody on the brick.
People have so many different like interpretations of it. So I was like, yeah, that works too. Most people never play Borderlands, or no, it's a big game, but I'm like, most people don't get it. So I'm just like, it's whatever you think it is. Like, it's like your beats are ice cold. Like, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
You knock them out like a brick, drop them on their head.
Yeah, I've been
dropping
trying.
these dope.
I keep, for the North Coast opening. There's a part I always forget to do this, but at some point I want to go like, these beats are hitting heavy like a brick now.
official.
Hey,
Nice.
Something like that. Yeah,
Shout out to
I was-
Home Alone 2.
You should actually bring a brick and throw it at an audience.
Oh yeah, that would go over swimmingly.
Yeah, call the audience filthy animals when you're done. All right, while we're doing everyone's name
Yes.
story, Precious
Oh, yeah,
Gorgeous.
facts.
Ooh-wee.
I don't. Mine is, I think, probably even less. I was doing a. I think I had a. The only reason my name is there's so many places to go. I wanted my name used to be Esquire the Great, and the only reason that was my name is because my biggest hero is Prince. And so the only reason my name isn't Prince is because there already is a Prince, you know, who is the greatest. So I was trying to like, well, if I can't be called Prince, what's the closest? So that was my name for a while. And then I was doing a project with a friend that was like, I wanted to do country and folk covers of hip hop songs. And then my friend was like, what do you want to call this project? And I just said Precious Gorgeous. And then I was like, oh, that's my name. Like,
Wow.
and that just became my name. I don't know where it came. It just fell
It just
onto
fell,
me.
it just came for you.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, that's the name I've been searching for. So that's how that happened.
I
Yeah.
love it. Dougie, do you have one? Do you have a station?
I go by the Duggernaut sometimes. Yeah, and I've been in some shitty rap battles, like comedy rap battles and stuff. My first rap battle, I was 19, and I battled UTK. And there's video online. He's from Freestyle Love Supreme, and he's like maybe one of my favorite comedic rappers. And he sensed that I was like trying because I was really young, and I like started going in, and the audience started getting on my side. It's online, and that was back when I was like really trying to go by the Duggernaut. And then he was like, "Oh, let me just body this kid right now," and he absolutely annihilated me. And then 10 years later, I ran into him at Freestyle Love Supreme on Broadway, and I was like, "Do you remember me? We battled at the show was called not Battlelicious, it was called The Beatdown." At UCB, and he goes, "Oh yeah, Kevin Bacon Footloose," which was his punchline that beat me. 10 years later, and I was like in shock. So yeah, sometimes I go by the Duggernaut, but I mean, I just released my EP under my name, the one I just released. So listen to "I Love Getting Mail in the Mail" on Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music, everything.
Yes.
RJ, I don't want to speak for both of us, but I feel like our alternative handles are just like our Xbox names. They're like
Yeah, I don't have one. And my I'm so not creative, dude. Like my PlayStation name is just Ron Joe Will, which is just literally my name, Ronald Joe Williams.
Yeah.
It's so uncreative. I've thought like if I ever did get into like battle rapping or like a stage name, I like the name Daymaker as a name.
Wow.
Because the Rainmaker Okada is one of my favorite wrestlers. And then I had a conversation with Erin about it. It's my girlfriend. Daymaker. She was like, "You make people's day," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll use that." So
Daymaker, that's dope.
good.
yeah.
I dig it. Yeah.
My Xbox name is just Miller Time.
Miller.
His last name is Miller.
It's Miller time.
It's so lame.
I teach these kids sometimes, and like if I see them for the first time ever, that's usually one of my first like topics of discussion. It's just like, "Oh, I'm Doctor." Like I'm like some schools are like picky. There's like, "Oh, you have to be Mr. Michael because that's my real name, Michael." But then like this other one I was doing, it's like, "Oh, you can make them call you whatever you want." That's all. I'll do my stage name. Like Dr. Brick's like, "What? Your name's Dr. Brick's?" Like, "Yeah," and then we're gonna go do like your own. We're gonna make your own beatbox names, and that takes up a good chunk of time. It's crazy what these kids think of. Just like I don't know, because they always think about like the next thing, the next cool thing, like Beat Man or something with Spider. I forgot what it was. Or like
Get
like
these kids into an ad
Spider
agency
Spot.
immediately.
Yeah, true.
Okay, I have a question for the room. Do you believe in nominative determinism, where you become like your name? So someone gets named like Jeff, and then someone gets named like Arturo, right? Do they become? I mean, Arturo and Jeff, right? Do you become your name throughout your life?
Oh man, I love this question.
I don't know. Michael is so common that like I don't I know so many Michaels. I can't. I don't think I would subscribe to that.
Okay.
To myself at least, coming from the guy with such a common name, I can't see that. It's like so many different. We got Michael Jordan and other sorts of Michaels out there. Like I can't imagine we're all turn out to be that great.
Yeah.
We'd like to. I'd like to.
So shitty Michaels, good Michaels, also.
Yeah, they're all different.
All right. So he says no.
I mean, I think about this all the time. I think about this all the time. The
I'm
other
not
thing,
surprised at all.
His real name is not Ralph.
the other thing that I think about that's next. Well, it's a big thing like Ralph because my name means wolf. The one thing that I think about all the time is also I often find that people's personalities correlate with what they look like. Like their personality reflects what looking at them would make them behave like, I think. So I often feel like, you hear your own name a lot, you know your own name, you see your own face a lot, and that information is feeding back and like giving you information that you're responding and reacting to. You're also responding to how people treat you based on what they think about you, based on what you look like. Like all of that is a constant feedback loop that does affect your personality. So I think all of it, and then there's the metaphysical, like more like what your name means, what it means in other languages, like all of those things I think feed in some indirect, non-linear like way. But I do feel like that. It's like the universe is like a piece of tinfoil and like there's light bouncing off back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
You do think about this a lot.
Yeah, you do. But I completely agree. They're both examples of being a sort of a product of your environment and being a product of how people react to your name and your look and sort of when you see people that you identify with on screen, and it sort of teaches you what your type is in a way, and so it's great when you can break out of that. But even just knowing that my name means laughter or one who laughs, and that there was a season of my life where we talked about it doing a different session together that I was trying to take myself real seriously for a while, and I didn't feel like fully myself till I let my humor come into myself professionally, and my name means laughter. So it was clearly there was part of that was subconscious.
I resonate with that big time.
Yeah. I deeply believe in it. Like they did a study in the Freakonomics book where unfortunately these parents named their kids Hero and Loser.
Oh no, they did not.
And it did affect their lives.
I'm sure.
That cannot be a thing.
No way.
What
an
an experiment.
Like in the name of science.
For like a run-of-the-mill name, though, like Hero and Loser are such crazy names.
Yeah.
Right.
Kid, you're just asking for like some sort of what was the term you used?
Nominative
determination.
Yeah.
Determinism.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I feel like a run-of-the-mill name. Like we all have pretty. I know other people with the names that you guys have, or have heard of other people with the names that you guys have. So I don't know. I'm not sure I'm sold.
I think having the name Doug has affected my life.
Wow.
Yes, I think people treat me like a Doug, and then I feel like I sort of. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna drop things. You're gonna lose
Really?
things." Oh, yeah,
Really?
totally.
Yeah. I don't see that way at
An
all.
assumption of clumsiness, an assumption of dad vibes, an assumption of uncle energy, like that comes from my name. I've gotten treated like a
Interesting.
Doug. Yeah.
Wait,
Then-
Doug, can you
wow.
tell us what's in a name? What's in a name? Can you tell us about the game inside your name? What's in a name? What's in a name? Can you tell us about the game inside your name?
Okay, I don't mean to be a big presumption, but when you hear my name, there's an assumption that I'm gonna walk in and trip over my shoelace, and then maybe I'll fall on my nose, maybe I'll fall on my face, maybe it'll be crazy, maybe you will be silly. But what if I want to be serious? Not so willy-nilly. I want to be someone who was respected and revered, but instead they think I'm silly when I'm dropping on my beard.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Can you tell us about the game inside your name?
That's right.
What's in a name?
What's in a name? Can you tell us about the game inside your name?
They call me Ralph. My name mean wolf. Yeah, it's something that's weird. It's not foolproof. There's really proof, and then there's really truth about something that, it has a sharp tooth. And sometimes I feel like I don't earn that name. Sometimes it don't feel like Ralph and Wolf are the same. But then there's parts of me that really are like, Wolf represents my personality type. And so that is strange, and that is a coincidence. And I don't think it's a strange incidence. And it really makes me think that it's fated. And me and my name are really related.
What's in the name? What's in a name? Can you tell us about the game inside your name?
What's in a name? What's in a name?
Oh, hi.
Can you tell us about the game inside your name?
Yeah, hi, it's priceless. Hi, my name is Isaac. Like Abraham, it means I need to make a sacrifice, kid. And now I'm never rapping soft. It means I'm a deep thinker, like I was Isaac Asimov, but I'm not as smart as him. Yeah, I am a nuisance. I do one time feel the gravity. Isaac Newton, okay. Hopefully this rapper's really fly. If I was Isaac Newton, then I'll be the apple of your eye.
What's in a name?
What's in a name?
Third law. Can you tell us about the game inside your name? What's in a name? What's in a name? Can you tell us about the game inside your name? Awesome.
When thinking about my name, so I haven't always been RJ, believe it or not.
Oh,
yeah. It's, like I went by Ronald and Ronnie until high school. And then I grew up in a different community, and then I was going to transfer to a high school in a much different community, much more diverse racially, income-wise. And I was like, I got to recreate myself. Like I was not happy at that earlier time in my life. And then when I went to this new school, I was like, I'm going to start going by RJ instead of Ronald or Ronnie now. And then I started creating who I thought RJ could be or should be.
Oh,
and
wow.
start creating like this new personality of me. So like RJ is smoother, RJ still cares about his academics, but he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, I got a good grade in that test, but it's whatever, you know what I mean? Or like RJ like looks like this, RJ just like that type of thing.
Wow.
And then it became more natural. Like once I stopped in high school, of course we all care too much about what other people think about
But you
us,
like consciously crafted who RJ is, because a lot of us naturally change and grow and be like, I feel like this is me now, and I found myself and invented myself. But like, you were like, I'm writing a character and I'm casting myself.
Yes, and I think that was the perfect time to do it, because high school, it's all about finding out who you really are.
Yeah.
And I feel like I work with high schoolers. A lot of high school is like being like, okay, how do I fit in? Where do I fit in? What do I want my image to be? How do I want to like go into college and stuff like that? And so it was the perfect time of like trying out a bunch of different things and being like, yeah, I'm gonna get into this. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, I'm RJ. This is me. You didn't know me for like since kindergarten back in the day. You didn't know that I had really bad skin or that I was the shortest person in my class. You just see me now, that type of thing.
How long did that last? That like the parts of that you were like, I'm gonna put this on and put this on.
I feel like it was really heavy for the first 2 years when I did it, so sophomore to junior year. And then senior year, I felt like I had already like created this type of like, okay, I think I'm good to just write this now. And then I just kind of wrote it. And then I stopped like creating and just kind of did my own type of thing. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Wow. Quick question for the room. Have you guys ever thought about, because the only other time you seem to get to name yourself in life is becoming a grandparent. You get to pick your grandparent name. Have you thought about what you want your grandparent name to be?
Like a joke I have.
Okay.
I think one of the funniest grandpa names is Pop Pop.
Pop Pop.
I just think that's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's what I'd want to be necessarily, but it just stuck out, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. The weirdest one I've heard of was somebody goes by G Daddy for granddaddy. But
That's my
I
G
find it so
Daddy.
uncomfortable.
I always thought the grandma name Mimi was kind of funny. Have you heard that one?
Mimi for grandpa?
No,
for
grandma's
For
going by
yeah.
Mimi.
I mean, either way, but I was
Yeah.
Mimi.
Mimi. I never heard. Is it Peepaw? Is the southern
Peepaw's
one?
a southern one. I think my favorite grandma one is Gam Gam.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really
Gam
funny.
Gam's a good one, yeah.
I my grandfather on my dad's side, we called him Pompa. So
Oh, that's
Pompa.
cute. That sounds like
Pompa.
a Pixar character.
it does, right?
Yeah.
G Daddy and Pompa.
Pompa. G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet.
Hey.
G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet. Oh, G Daddy Pompa, smoother than molasses. Walking down the street with big old sunglasses, leather jacket. Yo, he's the best. That's the grandpa that you want for the test. He's cool. He's smiling. He's got a motorcycle and he's buck wildin'. We really love this grandpa. Ooh, yeah, yeah. He's the guy you want at your birthday.
G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet. G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet.
He's wearing loafers and a smoking jacket. Oh yeah, he's a Gillisdag nabbit. Oh yeah, he looks like Warren Beatty. When he comes through, drives all the girls crazy. He's a silver fox, and he's got a back like an ox. Oh yeah, he's do it all the time. He's gonna seduce your mom in Crocs.
G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet.
G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet.
Yeah, ever did meet walking down the street, making all the ladies feel weak when they're buying antiques. All right, yeah, you know they're smooth criminals. You make them suck on your Werther's originals. Hey, G Daddy, yeah, with the rapper like Candy. Okay, and now you know this is the anthem. Get your hands up. They just stole every grandma.
G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet. G Daddy Pompa walking down the street. He's the coolest grandpa you ever did meet.
Oh my God.
Original.
Word is original. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Should we get a suggestion and go?
Yeah,
through
let's
that?
do it.
The suggestion is pound.
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 All right.
Who gave that suggestion? G Daddy Pump.
Pound.
Cool.
Pound. Yeah, this country's so beautiful. It means everything, man. Welcome everyone to England. England.
We're in England. We're in England. We're in England. Oh, check me out. You know it's me. I'm a telephone box. Hee hee. I'm big and red. You know I'm rectangular. And when you get on the phone, it starts to get so angular. Call your mum. Call your dad. You can call anyone, you little cad. Ooh, but you better watch out because I'm so clean. I'm near Buckingham Palace. Where was the queen? He's a telephone box. He's a telephone booth. He's a telephone booth. He's a telephone booth.
Right, I just stepped out for a smoke. You know me, I'm a regular bloke. Oh yes, I work in the factory, and then I'll have some Christmas tree. You'll see me all the time. My teeth aren't great, but I like just fine. Yes, I do a good thing, and then I go and bow to the queen.
He's a regular bloke. He's a regular bloke. He's a regular bloke. He's a regular bloke.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Who is it? Quick. It's your favorite British dish. I'm fish and chips. Yeah. And now you know that after I need a therapist because I have been battered. Okay. Now you know, don't be rude. These dudes need to see me and not see food. I don't know who are the boss, but I think I'm gonna sink myself in the tartar sauce.
He's fish and chips. He's fish and chips. He's fish and chips. He's fish and chips.
For more media coverage, you know you're begging. Left the royal family, I'm Harry and Meghan. Yeah, you about to get your kicks. Hey, do you want to see more of them on Netflix? But I'm gonna read about it overnight. Did you know on his penis, Harry got a little frostbite? Wow. But this is so crazy, you know it's not far. But that is a story from his upcoming memoir.
He's Harry and Meghan.
He's Harry and Meghan. He's Harry and Meghan. He's Harry and Meghan. He's a Harry. Because we're hanging out here in England.
Please, could you call my mother?
What for?
Well, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't think this is a good place for me, and I don't feel very much safe, and I'd like my mother to come and pick me up.
But this is your school. Your mother dropped you off here this morning. You are supposed to be here, little Reginald.
I think my mother made a mistake. She likes to drink. She likes to drink alcohol.
No.
If she dropped me off here, she must not have meant it.
No. We are aware, all of us here at the school, we know about your mother's, how should we say, afflictions. But we are working through it with her, and this is the place where you're supposed to be, okay? Look at all your friends. There's Donald.
It's me, Donald.
He looks like a potato.
What did I say now about pointing out truths about your friends?
That's not very nice.
I'm sorry, Donald. It's just that I don't want to be here, and I miss my mother and my home and my bedroom. And also, you do look like a potato.
Oh.
Now, kids, what do we always say? Young Isaac, what do we always say about calling people what they look like?
We always say don't do it.
Now, I said young Isaac, but that's
Say,
fine.
don't do it unless it's nice.
Exactly. Now, why don't you try, young Reginald? You're here. You're going to be here until 3 p.m. or 1100 or whatever time we keep. Why don't you tell your friends something nice about them?
1100 would be 11 a.m. Not
Teacher.
to teach the teacher, but
Detention.
teacher. Oh,
Teacher,
no.
do you not know clocks?
You don't even know the clock.
Hey, now, I'm an all-star, okay? I don't need to know the clocks. I just need to know maths. I need to know readings. And I need to know writings, which I teach you all.
Isn't clocks kind of like reading and math at the same time?
It really is.
Depends on where you grew up. I grew up in Blurkshire.
Isn't Clocks a hit single from England's greatest export Coldplay?
That is exactly correct.
Chris Martin was at one of my family's barbecues, and he said you can't read if you can't read a clock.
My mother suspects he's my father.
Everyone's got a better life than me. I want to go home. I want to go home to my mother and listen to Coldplay and dream of a better life. I don't want to be in this school, and I've become very, very sad.
Hey, Reginald, you can come home with me to my potato family if you want.
Thank you. I think I will do that. That would make me feel very nice. Does your family enjoy Coldplay?
We do.
Reg-
We love Chris Martin.
Reginald, just listening to Coldplay won't fix you.
Yeah.
You need to
Fix your
embrace-
mother.
need to embrace the love that's in front of you.
No, I'm going to instead sing Fix You by Coldplay. Lights will guide you home. You look like potatoes.
I don't remember that version.
Little Reginald's got a very tough life.
Little
Very tough
Regin-
life. Very tough life.
Little Reginald's got a very tough life. Very tough life. Very tough life.
My mama, she takes to drinking. And at home, I be thinking that I want her to stop the drink. And I want things to be fixed. I want things to be better. I want things to be my way. I want things to feel real good, like a song from Coldplay. But this barrister here is really mean, and I just wish I could quit the whole scene.
Little Reginald's got a very tough life.
A very tough life. A very tough life. Little Reginald's got a very tough life. A very tough life. A very tough
It's a
life.
hard knock life for him.
It's a hard knock life.
He won't win, but be my best friend. Yeah, do a little drill bit, then it'll be ending. Yeah, you should go to school. That's where you can make an investment. Yeah, and then you know that you're gonna learn something, but maybe not how to learn time because our teacher's frontin'.
Hey now, I was raised in Blurkshire. All these places you kids should aspire to be just like me, just because I can't read clocks, but I sure know how to dominate.
Reginald's got a very tough life.
A very tough life. A very tough life. Little Reginald's got a very tough life. A very tough life. A very tough life. Okay, listen, Reggie. I could be your bud, so what do you say? Be friends with the spud? What do you say? Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe we could go move down to Idaho.
That sounds like a very good plan, and I want to thank you for being a very good friend. Oh, I don't know what life is all about, and I didn't mention that the teacher slept over at my house with my mom.
I'm sleeping with your mother.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You
Oh,
can't read the
yes.
time and you're a philanderer. I refuse to learn from you.
Detention.
Oh, I do say these are the best fish and chips in London. They really are smashing, Donald.
Thank you, Marie. I worked all day 'cause it's your birthday.
Oh, Donald, you treat me like a queen. And I do have to say that these last 13 years of marriage have truly made me the happiest woman in Gloucestershire.
Oh, I really appreciate you saying that 'cause I got something to ask of you.
Oh, yes?
Yeah. Do you think we could move to Idaho?
Well, I've moved to the US of A.
Yeah.
I have always admired their sprawling fields and their export of culture. I do like that Madonna. Well, what is in Idaho that is so exciting to you, Donald?
It just feels like one of the last undeveloped places on Earth. And I think we can really plant our flag.
Oh.
And, England's already got a queen. Idaho needs one.
Oh my goodness. So you're saying that we might start our own small country within the U.S. Now we're talking, Donald.
I think they'd let go of Idaho in a second, so
I
we can
can-
just have it.
Yes, I agree. They need someone to help manage that pitiful blot on the map of the United States, and I think we're the couple to do it.
Oh, we'll turn it into a paradise.
I love it, Donald. But first, we need to finish up this fish and chips. So good. And the mushy peas. Delicious.
Marie, I love it when it smacks. Will you smack your food for me, Marie?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, I love that sound.
Nothing like haddock on my cheek.
More sauce, Marie.
Oh, yes, a little tartar on your face. Blip.
Oh, a check, please.
Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe.
Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe. Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe. Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe. Trading out the haddock for a spud, my bud. And Donald wants to take me on a long honeymoon. I wanna go out with him. You know we'll do it yet. We're heading out to Idaho on our private jet. It's gonna be fun. Room, room. We're gonna have our room. We're gonna sit there with some flair on our chair and go boom, boom. But it will be so nice, you know it will fill us with glee. 'Cause in Idaho, we're gonna start a separate country.
Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe.
Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe. Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe. Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato
I never
hoe.
thought when we had our first date we would become flatmates, move to the States, but it's cool. Now I'm ready for the next challenge. You could be a queen, we're gonna get palace. We're gonna build it, start a new monarchy. 'Cause who needs democracy? Honestly, we don't owe apologies. This is more than moving across the street, it's moving across the sea. So what do you say? If it's all good, then like the country we're leaving, text UK.
Ooh, Marie, the queen of Idaho.
She's a real
potato hoe.
Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe.
Instead of fish and chips, we'll put potatoes to our lips. I will like their cold beer instead of the warm beer here. It'll be lovely. You and I can fill our hearts with glee. We will move to the US of A. Do we do it today?
Do it today, 'cause you're amazing. You deserve your entire nation. You deserve your entire continent. Of this, I am very confident. In fact, you deserve your own planet. That is something maybe we could manage, but for now, we'll keep our goals small, and then you'll be queen of it.
Give me Pluto, give me Mars, give me lots of vintage cars, give me my very own bar. Then we can have a party, har, har, har. Oh, Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real potato hoe. Marie, the queen of Idaho. She's a real
I'm a married
potato
spud.
hoe.
Can you leave my pub?
All right. Thank you for listening to the North Coast Podcast with guest Isaac Knox. If you enjoy this, follow us at North Coast NYC on Instagram. Go on our mailing list, northcoastnyc.com, and sign up for that. Thank you so much. Oh, and if you enjoy it and you want to support, check us out on Patreon, where you can get exclusive content, freestyling tips, and behind-the-scenes footage. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.